This is a Headgum original.
Jake and Amir, two Jewish guys, with a podcast that's known to make you smile. They answer questions from the listeners so true, in a comedic style that's fresh and brand new.
If I were you, what would I do? Ask Jake and Amir. They'll give you a clue. Gold mic for Jake, turdy for Amir. Two comedians bringing laughter. Don't you fear.
Jake with his wit, and Amir with his frown, asking questions and putting them to the test. Sometimes Jake becomes the Game Boy, and Amir the chipmunk that's always a mess.
If I were you, what would I do? Ask Jake and Amir. They'll give you a clue. Gold mic for Jake, turdy for Amir. Two comedians bringing laughter. Don't you fear.
So tune in every week to If I Were You, where Jake and Amir will answer your questions too. They'll bring the laughs and the giggles galore, with a comedic theme that'll have you wanting more.
Always frowning.
That should terrify everyone in this room.
Yeah, AI is coming to replace all your favorite artists. You heard that.
That sounded awesome, and it was created in a second.
Goodbye Bieber, goodbye Styles.
This AI is trolling you.
No, that's what he said. He said, long-time listener, luckily in 2023 with AI, you don't need musical talent, so I went to ChatGPT with this prompt. Write a theme song for a podcast called If I Were You, where two coy Jewish comedians named Jake and Amir answer listener-submitted questions. Jake always wins the prestigious Golden Mike Award, and Amir always receives a dishonorable turdy. Sometimes Jake portrays a character named the Game Boy, and Amir resembles a chipmunk, and it's okay to be antagonistic towards him. That's why the frown. Yeah.
Yes, Amir with his frown.
There's nothing more antagonistic than saying that I frown.
From time to time.
Then I put the lyrics verbatim into an AI voice generator and clicked add music, and the whole experience made me want an AI-themed Jake and Amir, even a chat GPT to write an episode.
All right.
Well, this is good because we're sort of ending the show soon. I don't know if you guys heard.
Yeah.
We're in the real studio with Jillian.
Jill just found out. Jill's my wife. She just found out.
I can't hide it on my face.
Yeah.
And Avital on the couch next to me.
That's me.
Very soft, everybody. Great job.
Let's see that rock, girl.
I didn't see. Love.
So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that it's a 48
really
carat, whatever,
Thank you.
really
Thank
expensive.
You, not a diamond.
Doesn't have to be.
However those things work. If you could shout out my Instagram, says this guy, it's Jake Berg.
The Instagram is it's Jake Berg.
Mm-hmm. At it's Jake Berg.
And he also makes special effect videos and AR filters. Hit me up if you need an Instagram face filter.
Love it.
So
Appreciate
that. Kind
that.
of fun.
That is fun.
I've been looking for one.
You can do the signature Amir frown as a,
Oh, that's good. Amir with his frown.
Yeah.
what he's known for.
I don't actually frown that much.
No,
the robot is putting me on blast. You know I don't frown. Jillian, tell her.
Never seen it. Always a smile.
That's right.
It's true.
But that's exciting because this is the second to last episode of our show.
Oh my god.
And you sort of start getting the themes that the robots are taking over to the point where this guy kind of recommends that two AIs can write an entire podcast for us.
Mm-hmm. Here's a question. How could you possibly top this podcast? If this is the penultimate, what's the ultimate? Impossible. You can't beat this.
Oh, just the two of you. Just the two of you.
Way to sell us down the river immediately.
She means you and Jillian.
Okay. Yeah.
Jill
I was reflecting on the last 10 years.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
Pretty good.
We can hand off hosting duties to you two.
Yeah. If I Were You actually doesn't have to end. We just have to end.
I always thought it'd be really fun for me and Jill to do hey, it's Amir, and you're like, hey, it's Jake, and we just never explain it, and then we do all the things. You got a turdy, I got a golden mic.
Anyone can do these bits.
Here, come up with a new one. Like Turdy and Golden Mike is a good classic.
Hold on, let me go check my chat GPT first.
Your water just broke.
No, it's too much pressure.
This is also technically the first podcast for your unborn.
The debut.
Yeah, unless you're not on another podcast, right?
No, just the one that I
podcast.
do at noon on Fridays.
Right. Okay. So technically the first time my daughter's been on this show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we say or guess the name? Natalie.
Nailed
Portman.
it.
Wow.
Right.
Natalie Porcupine?
That is a great name. Your next dog, Natalie Porcupine, or next porcupine.
The dog can be named whatever. The porcupine should be named Natalie.
Yeah.
That would be so good.
Have you guys messed around with the AI stuff?
Yeah, I've been using it a lot more than I thought I would because it's very good at bullshitting, and like that's so much of what you have to do when you're like researching something.
Yeah, like what are 20 ideas or something? Like, what do you ask them?
Definitely. Or like, what's the connection between this thing and that thing? And they can draw, or like ChatGPT can draw a connection faster than I can because it's going through like hundreds of Wikipedia pages and it's
Can you
just
give an
doing
example?
Yeah, I think I was like, oh God, this is so specific. It was
Do
like,
it.
what is the connection between like tap dance and this one what Gina did? I don't know. It's just like very random
And tap dance and Gina Davis, and it'll find
and
it for
it'll
you?
like say, well, in this particular movie, she was like seen as doing this kind of dance and da da da, and you're
That's
like, okay, thanks, ChatGPT, and you can.
Do you have to thank it? Or I thought that was the
I
beauty of the
sometimes
robot,
do
so you
to
don't
be
have to be
polite.
polite.
No, because I think it's important to teach ChatGPT
Manners.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's gonna run the world, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, I think you're wrong, and also fuck off. Like, that
Yeah,
doesn't.
like when they become nascent, murdering, killing machines, they'll walk into your office and be like, she actually thanked me. Nod.
Yeah.
Turn to the left. Just destroy Jake.
Starts tap dancing away like Gina Davis.
I think a lot of us are doing that.
Using ChatGPT or
Being
dap
very
dancing,
polite to it because we're afraid.
as we should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'm not necessarily polite, but I definitely talk to it like it's a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As if
Then
there's
you're
like
rude to people.
it's like customer support.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I talk to humans and robots the same, just casually.
What's up, dude?
Like
Hello.
like I'm their buddy.
You used it to write our last like live show opening bit.
Yeah. Which
It's pretty good with comedy.
It was so funny because like it wrote me like a really generic one. It was like, hey, I'm Jake and this is Amir, and we're gonna host the show with our crazy brand of humor. You know, the kind that makes you smile. And then I was like, I gave it the response back. I was like, can you make it like a little more risque? And it basically did the same thing. And I was like, now we're gonna tell some dirty jokes, and we're gonna make you cringe. And then it gave a line to Amir. It's like, and maybe we'll tell a few jokes about Jake's small dick. Like it wrote a pretty good line.
Yeah. How did it know you had a small little dick?
Yeah, well, it combs through millions and
Trying to
millions
do
of
this.
internet pages, so it's seen anything that's been written about my dick before.
Yeah.
and I actually think we've written extensively about me having a tiny dick and Jake and Amir.
Have you tried at all write this in the voice of Jake and Amir and see if it can do that?
I think
Did you try?
we've asked it before to write a Jake and Amir sketch, but it just wrote like a kind of like random.
Okay.
I get a lot
sketch.
of I asked ChatGPT to write a Jake and Amir script, and they send it to us.
and they're fine.
But like it's like one punch up away from being useful.
Right. Yeah. It gives. I feel like the hardest in Jake and Amir, the hardest thing was just coming up with an idea.
Yeah.
Because once you have the idea, you can write 3 pages of our characters.
Yeah. Like Amir brings a toaster oven to work and makes a lasagna at the desk.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Writes
Done.
itself. I know everything. I know every single beat.
And then you can just be like, it's a writer's assistant that you don't have to tell, like, you get credit for this now.
Exactly.
Like, you did your...
Replacing entry level human work.
Right. This
with
was
a
actually
robot.
perfect because it kind of doesn't allow anyone else to get their foot in the door.
Yes.
We're in the industry. We've slammed the door shut behind us.
We can have room for one more robot on
Right.
the boat.
Yeah, but never again a writing assistant. Like a
No.
writing assistant. No.
Straight out of college?
No.
There's no need.
No.
There's
Maybe
no
when my
use.
nephew graduates, then I'll get someone a job. But
Or
till
your
then,
Nepo baby over
Yes,
there.
Yeah.
my Nepo baby.
That's
Headgum's first
awesome.
When Natalie
intern.
Porcupine grows up, she's insured a job, but everyone else is fucked.
My
Yeah.
goal in life is to have a Nepo baby because that
Yeah.
means I'm successful.
That's pretty good.
To where the child is, by
considered
definition.
a nepo.
Yeah.
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 My
That's the goal.
my old man didn't leave me with shit, actually.
I wish I were.
Well, you
a
could have
Nepo
gone to
baby.
medical school and he probably would have had an in for you at his hospital, but you didn't live up to your expectation. You didn't hold your end of the bargain up. You know what I mean?
My brother's a doctor.
Yeah, no.
What's the worst thing that Natalie Porcupine could grow up to be? What would disappoint you the most?
As a daughter to grow up to be.
Oh.
Yeah. Like the equivalent of what Amir did to his parents. What would that be for you guys?
I mean, maybe I think she could do whatever she wanted, but I would be like,
Bad answer.
I don't know.
I think if she wanted to do
Obviously not everything.
comedy, if she wanted to do comedy, I would maybe be like, I wouldn't stop it, but I maybe in my head be like, I wish you'd try something different, because like then I'll just keep on having to go to comedy shows.
Right.
I just have such a hyper specific example though, because we were watching Love Is Blind last night, and I'm like, if she were to grow up and be
On a reality show.
No, specifically that woman,
Arena?
Arena, on Love Is Blind season 3, I'd be like, absolutely no.
What
Yeah,
is
That
what
would
is it?
suck.
She's kind of mean.
She's rude. She's so mean, and it's like, if
But like
that's
job
the-
wise, is there a
but
job?
that's the job.
You also
that
said you
she's-
wouldn't let her ride horses.
Oh, never.
Well, that sort of feeds into the being an asshole person.
This is definitely not the first
Yeah.
time we've talked about this on like a podcast
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I feel.
And I've like come
really?
out. I've
Yeah.
come out very pro horse, which I'm not. I'm just, not so anti horses, Jill.
An equestrian is not allowed.
Interesting.
Maybe it's because I'm.
To an equestrian, Jill says, "Nay."
You've made this joke on podcast.
That was the first time we're just on the same page.
That one's on the cuff.
Yeah.
I just genuinely think it's an irresponsible hobby. It's just so
It's not
expensive.
sustainable.
What about motorcycles?
Oh,
Fine.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I have too strong. a-
4-year-old on a motor
Really,
on a hog.
just don't. I'm not going to buy that for a person.
Right.
Any person.
You can earn that with your reality show money. Babe.
Arena Honey, Arena Natalie Porcupine.
We should not name her Arena like we were planning on.
You can say all this stuff now, but as soon as that little princess wants a pony, Jake's gonna have to give it to her. Come on, man.
Oh
That's
yeah.
just- that's what he
That's what
said.
Jill is saying it now, because she knows I'm going to come back
first
with
like
the pony.
second date or something. I was like, by the way, never a horse.
Yeah, we've been
right?
talking about a horse for a minute.
Really?
I didn't even think you could ask for a horse. Like that wasn't on my.
Agenda.
I was working so hard to try to get a dog, and that was a no, let alone a horse.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a natural progression, because I'll say yes to everything.
Yeah.
So by the time, she's just going to test my limits, and she won't find
An
one.
elephant.
Yeah, fine. Do your thing, babe. Whatever you want.
There must be books and stuff or literature at this point that like says like what you have to do from the 0 to 3 to sort of angle your child towards one thing or another, right? Like how to not raise a jerk. Is
I
that
asked
learned
that
at
the
home?
other day. How do you not raise a narcissist?
You did ask me that.
I
Or is it
did.
like ingrained
Right.
in their DNA? It's like, sorry, whatever you do, she will or will not be a narcissist.
I know.
I don't know.
Isn't there a
Me
thing
neither.
with psychopaths that they're like missing part of the frontal lobe? Like it's
Yeah, but I think
physiological.
it's still like a combination of things.
Yeah, you
like
can't really separate.
Right, it's like a brain thing, but then also some kind of trauma and
But like
Perfect storm of stuff.
When I
Yeah.
first found out I was pregnant, I started eating like a lot more like sardines and like liver. So I think
Yeah.
like frontal lobe is okay.
Okay.
That's
okay.
good. As
On
long as
this
you eat
one.
liver, they won't be a narcissist.
Jill had sardines. I think our
Okay,
baby's
I
okay.
covered us then, and now all I eat is
You yelling to a
pizza.
28-year-old, I had sardines for what?
For you.
This? Oh, shut up, Mom.
Standing
I'm going
on
to
a
be on a
horse.
reality show, and I'm not here to make friends. I ate liver for nothing.
She called me mom.
Well, think about all the narcissists / assholes you know. Are their parents nice and sweet? Probably not, right? I imagine
Do you
they go
know
home to-
narcissists and their parents? I feel like you meet them and then that's the end of it. You're like, no thanks.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
I can't even think of like the biggest narcissist asshole that I know.
Oh.
Me. I guess it's me.
Your parents are awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm awesome.
Just like they are to me. Anyway, this is If I Were You, an advice podcast, I guess. The only one hosted by us, me and Jake.
For 2 more episodes.
For 2 more episodes. And today, potentially our last guests. We haven't quite figured out what we want to do for the finale, but we have Jillian and Avital in the studio with us. This is a first, right? You've done the show and you've done the show, but never together.
Have we done it once before?
Yeah, it seems vaguely familiar.
Maybe
Together?
during COVID, you guys both came on.
Oh, yeah, like a
mic
live show or something?
Oh, yeah, maybe if it was a live show.
Oh, I think it was.
Was it a live show?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like you guys both like walked into frame for something before. And
Yeah.
you came on after our wedding to tell the
yeah.
story, and then Avital's been on.
COVID is right. That's correct.
Yeah.
But never
Yeah.
together.
Never together.
We were in the basement in your parents' place.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we're in the same room now.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And the electricity is electric. I couldn't think of another word at the time.
The
It is
chemistry is off
electric.
the chemicals. Let's start with an easy one to sort of ease our way into this show.
Great.
since this is the fourth to last question we'll ever answer. How do you know if you truly like a girl, asks a guy.
You have to ask. You probably don't.
Okay, next question.
Well,
No, that was just the subject line. I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Actually, we need a dude's name. So, Jillian, let's call this guy what?
Harrison Ford.
That's really
Love
good.
it.
Nice.
Harrison Ford writes, I have a friend. Let's call her Eleanor Roosevelt. How's
Whoa.
that for a movie?
Harrison Ford plays Eleanor Roosevelt?
Get the connection on
no?
ChatGPT.
Holy
How is
shit, they're
Harrison Ford connected to Eleanor Roosevelt?
Great
aunt
question.
and nephew.
Whoa.
Insane.
Crazy.
I always thought I had a friend, Eleanor Roosevelt, who I always thought was attractive, but only recently learned that she might be attracted to me too. For the past week, we've been spending more time together and doing some light making out. But we've agreed not to label anything so we could take things slow and figure out what us actually is. It's been a while since I've been with someone, so this is really fun and exciting. But here's the problem. I don't know if I have feelings for this girl beyond just being good friends. We banter a lot and have good chemistry, but I feel almost too comfortable around her, and I'm not getting butterflies that I usually get when I know I really like someone. A part of it is that we're part of the same friend group, and I recently moved to a new city, so I'm scared because if things go badly, I'll probably lose most of the friends I've made since I moved here. So, do you have any tips on recognizing whether or not you have feelings for someone and separating that friend from someone you're interested in? Thanks. Love, Harrison Ford.
Nice.
To really love a woman, you gotta hold her.
Beautiful.
You gotta.
We're all weeping.
Yeah.
to that version of the song.
Exactly.
Who sings that song?
And you. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Don't say. Is it Ryan Adams or Brian Adams?
Is it?
I don't know.
Ryan
I mix them up.
Gosling?
I was gonna say Edwin McCain.
No, I would know.
That's I'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
this
a
is
big
Ryan,
Edwin McCain
Ryan or
fan.
Brian Adams is correct.
How old is everyone? Is this an old reference?
I think it's a song.
You don't know the
Isn't
song?
it from a Robin Hood movie, or am I
When
thinking again
you
of?
love-
I've never heard this song before.
Wait,
You
really?
really love a woman?
Yeah, I don't know the song.
Tell her
What?
that she's a woman. Emma,
She's the
have
one.
you heard
Not
of it?
she's. Tell her she's a woman.
Never heard of it?
Cue it up.
Yeah, cue it up.
To really love a woman, tell her she's a woman.
That's wrong.
To tell her that she's
Tell her
really
that
wanted?
she's the one. Oh yeah,
Brian
tell her that she's really
Adams.
wanted. Yes.
To
Sorry.
really love a
I
woman,
never remember which
to
one's right.
understand her, you got to know her deep
It's
inside.
an 80s song. It's an 80s song.
90s?
No, it's early 90s.
What?
Have
Yeah,
you really
play
never?
it. Maybe it's
wow.
just his rendition.
No, I
Moving
sing
as
it
was.
perfectly. I sing it perfectly.
I'm shocked. You could skip too. This is shocking. If we both know it, I would be like
Yeah,
everybody.
Jake's older than you.
Not
This is a-
ringing a
Go to the
bell
chorus.
at all.
This is a
But I
not
think
the
they would
actual
know.
version, right?
Yeah,
Brian
this
Adams
doesn't
sings
sound
Summer
right.
of 69?
I've never heard that.
This can't be the right one.
Yeah, this is a cover.
No, we got to go Brian Adams.
I'm still lost.
No.
Wow.
But this doesn't really sound.
But if they don't know this, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
there was an entire song about knowing whether you really love a woman. But I guess if you guys have never heard of it, we'll have to answer the question the old-fashioned way.
Right.
I would say you have to let her hold you till you know how she needs to be
You're
touched.
using the song.
That is the.
Oh yeah, it is one of the lyrics.
Wow,
I was
parallel
gonna say you
thinking.
got to breathe her, really taste her till you can feel her in your blood.
I
That's
feel
what it
like
says?
that's actually going a little too far.
This is about a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
released in
Angelina Jolie.
1995.
You know
So-
when you know, you know. I think that's the answer.
So Harrison Ford had a crush on this person, then found out they had a crush on him.
Yeah, and it's like,
or
do I really
her.
like this lady, or am I just sort of enjoying hanging out with her?
And they've been friends for a while. So
Part of the same
is it
friend
still
group.
platonic? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Do we know if this person, if Eleanor Roosevelt has feelings that are like developing faster than Harrison Ford's?
He doesn't
don't.
say, but maybe.
But light making out feels like they've already moved. past
Making
that.
out, banter. He
Almost like-
thought she was attractive, recently found out that she concurred.
Attractive. Okay, yeah.
Mutual attraction.
I mean, then the chemistry is like maybe not there for this person right
Yeah.
now because they're like, we're kissing and it's not really that interesting.
Right.
Well, to be a contrarian, there's an argument to be made because he's like, I just don't have the butterflies that I usually feel, and there is science to suggest that that's like a more of an unsafe response, and that when something is
Like you're nervous.
right, when you have the potential for longevity with somebody in a stable relationship and like an emotionally healthy relationship, it lacks that excitement and buzz because you just feel comfortable. And he even, I think, uses that language, right? He's like, we just feel really comfortable with each other. or
He
something
also
like
said
that.
he was excited. He's like, this is exciting. It like to me, the whole entire question sounds like he likes her and he's
Good.
into her.
Yeah.
But then he's like, but I don't feel the butterflies. So I wonder
Yeah.
if you are feeling them and you're not recognizing them. Like the excitement and stuff,
Right.
and that you were attracted to her before
Yeah.
feels good.
But like you said, if he has to
Yeah.
ask, is the answer no?
Yeah,
That's what I mean. Like maybe he just wants an out to be
I
like,
feel
it's
like-
okay. You're just friends. Like,
maybe. But also I feel like this is like the Magic 8 Ball where we need more information or need more
Yeah.
time. I don't even know if that's on the Magic 8 Ball.
Also-
Ask another time. That's what it is.
Right.
Basically, I think they should keep on hooking up
And see,
and see if the chemistry.
I agree.
If it's only light making out, then maybe the mood hasn't been right yet.
yeah,
Maybe heavy making out needs to happen.
go from light to heavy.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you said too, maybe you need to get out of the comfort zone into a place you haven't been as friends yet, like an environment, a new activity.
Go on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
romance it up for
Right.
for
Basically, go on a date, and then that's not like leading her on too much. One
Yeah.
date, and if it feels good, then good.
and the
if it-
date's not like, no offense, but it's not like at a bowling alley, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
we're-
we can agree. It shouldn't
Do you
be
mean
at a
no
bowling
offense because I used to take girls to the bowling alley?
which is just, like if it's too loud, if
Yeah.
it's not, if it's,
It's just- it's tacky. It
Excuse
doesn't
me, I
feel
gotta
right.
go take this bowling ball.
It's actually really, it's
put it
actually
down
a
the
really, it's a
lane or
really good
whatever.
first date. It's a very good.
But they're
first
not
date.
on a first date. They need
Right.
like lubricant somehow.
Yeah, like
they,
mini golf.
Okay, let's just take games off the table. Is what I'm suggesting.
Okay.
It's just like they need
You're suggesting lubricant.
a socially speaking.
Yeah. Not,
I'm
don't
not-
like visit a Vaseline factory.
I don't want him to spook this person.
Yeah.
Like, bring a bunch of alcohol to the next
Also,
date.
I think
but
you can say, I'm nervous because we share a friend group. Like, if you say this stuff out loud, it's not so overwhelming to just say,
Yeah.
here's what gives me pause, but I want to explore this with you. And she's probably in the same boat because it's
Yeah.
messy for everyone if it blows up. Also important is, what are you looking for? Because I think if it feels like stable and reliable, but you're like, I want to fuck around for another decade, this is probably not going to work out. Like,
Right.
I think if I met Amir 10 years ago, it's, feeling comfortable
yeah.
would be not what I
10
wanted.
years ago, he was a loser.
Yeah.
A loser.
He was a hideous troll a decade ago.
We
so-
met 9 years ago.
What?
Everything I do it for you.
You guys know that song,
You
right?
heard that song?
that one I know.
That one
Okay.
is Bryan Adams from the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves soundtrack. And I guess later on he did To Really Love a Woman.
I'm shocked
guy.
at you. I can't get
You've
over
been
it.
ignoring us
Neither of
this
you.
entire time, looking at
Solved.
Bryan
But
Adams' discography.
He did do Summer of 69.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a banger.
By the way, he came up with that one in
Probably.
1984, so it's not
Really?
even an age thing.
Summer of 69.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know that
Wow,
one?
that was that easy. But to really
She's
love a
clearly
woman.
trolling us or like
Yeah.
supporting Jake in this weird fucking way where she's gaslighting us.
We're being
Yeah.
pranked.
We're being
Yeah.
pranked or
This is
gaslit.
fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, my advice is to lower the lights.
Okay, that's in the studio right now.
Not in
Emma,
here.
can we?
No,
From
for
there?
this individual, seems to me like the lights are on too bright on this relationship.
Yeah.
So lower the lights.
Yeah.
Bring some vulnerability into your conversations.
so
Talk
beautiful,
about
Jill.
stuff that is
Wow.
not friendship oriented.
It's really good.
Talk about stuff that's just a little bit more
risque.
Yeah,
Ooh.
get
Get some
into
butterflies
the
in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
The
talking heavy
butterflies
making
fly
out. Heavy making out's the only way to
We were
know.
talking about having like intimate conversations.
But that's what
And
it'll
I'm
turn
talking about
into.
necking. Yeah. Frenching. Deep Frenching.
Yeah. Or you can have a conversation
Sucking face
Okay.
with each
religions
other.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And
But you have a conveation with her tongue.
Where
with
did
your tongue.
Yeah, no, I got it.
In the
Risking
French
lose,
style. Excuse me.
risk losing friends.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Because who needs
French.
friends when you?
But I
have
mean, you're already
French?
risky. I feel like you're. I don't think it's super risky to take the next step. You're not going too far if you do. Test out a romance.
Yeah. So there is a chance he truly likes this girl, even though he doesn't realize he likes
Yeah.
this girl.
Well, he does kind of realize he likes her. He's mixed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He should take her to Mixed Salad Place on Sunset.
But lower the lights.
Lower the lights. Okay.
Actually, can I get the Chinese chicken salad and lower the lights,
Clank,
please?
clank, clank. Everything's
Do
clank.
you want the cauliflower? It's really good here.
It is so good
Yeah,
there.
it's like this
Great
deep
date
fried-
food. Yeah.
deep fried
You want this bowl of
cauliflower.
farts? It's really good.
Well, he wanted to go literally bowling for farts. Literally
Not
bowling
for farts. Not
say
for
for
farts.
No one
pins.
said
No, for
farts.
pins.
For pins.
For pins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brooklyn
for
Bowl
pins.
style.
All right, let's take a break. Thanks some sponsors. Come back, answer more questions after these messages. Thank you to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this episode of our show.
Thank you, Helix.
Jake, you sleep on a Helix mattress.
Sure do.
You realize that it's a premium mattress brand that provides tailored mattresses based on your unique sleep preferences.
I certainly know that to be true.
And you know how they know that mattress is perfect
Because
for you?
you take an exam, you take a test to make sure you study, make sure you study. You can't botch this. It's not just a quiz. It's not a quiz, folks.
It is a quiz.
It's not a quiz, folks.
It is.
No. So yeah.
So yeah, you take their sleep quiz,
you take
and then they send a personalized mattress shipped straight to your door free of charge.
That's true.
Yeah, free shipping is clutch as well.
Right.
And they're so confident you'll like it. You have a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty.
Yeah, but you're only going to need one night to know that it's perfect. As long as you ate the quiz.
Yeah.
Sorry, test.
If your spine needs some extra TLC, they got you. Every Helix mattress is a hybrid design combining an individually wrapped steel coils in the base with premium foam layers on top.
Pretty.
Jake, what kind of questions were in the quiz? Because it says to talk about the sleep quiz.
I can't remember all of them because I kind of had tunnel
it's probably
vision.
like if you like
I had to go.
soft,
I went
medium,
into the
firm,
zone. I was
how
in
you
the flow.
sleep, like
And
on
like,
your
yeah, are you
side,
a
your
side
back.
sleeper? Are you a side sleeper or a stomach sleeper?
Right.
Do you wake up with back pain,
Yeah.
etc.? That's only the tip of the iceberg,
Right.
Because it is an exam.
So Helix is offering
See for
our
yourself.
listeners up to 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows.
Oh,
But the trick is you have to go to helixsleep.com/ifiwereyou.
if I were you,
This is their best offer yet, and it will not last long.
no sir.
With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Right on.
So check it out, helixsleep.com/ifiwereyou.
If I were you, if I.
Thank you, Helix.
Thanks.
And we're back. Hey, Jill or Avital, do you guys have any? Mom, I'm coming! Gross.
Yeah, that was gross.
Anyway,
That was Amir that improvised that.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, you'd have to ask. You'd have
That's
to
another
ask
good
your
one.
fiance.
Why
that's
did
another
you
good
do
one
that?
for the Retrospective. What's the first time we used that? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And why did
either.
you say I'm coming?
I don't remember what that's from. I think it was about someone's parent walking in on them. Honestly, it's so blue I don't even want to say, but jerking it off to completion.
Wait, I think
basically.
I understood that all of that was clear.
Yeah, that was clear. We just didn't know why.
Why, right?
Yeah.
I think I was embodying such a depraved. Honestly, probably I was doing a Jake character. And to get there, I needed to like.
I think there's another. I remember specifically you like joking about like blowing your grandfather, like sucking and fucking your grandparents. I think
That sounds vaguely familiar.
you were like
but
talking
it-
about a cereal, it's like a cereal mascot or something. Some kind of like
Captain Crunch.
it was like a cereal tagline or something, but it was about like sucking your granddad off.
Does this sound like me at all? Could you ever imagine me saying something so uncouth?
No.
On air?
On mic,
On fleek?
on sweet.
With ennui? There's no way.
No way.
Fun me.
All right, unsolicited advice. What do you got?
I was talking to a friend who was wondering if she was unhappy in her marriage and was thinking about this time with someone else. And I
This is when you were talking to Jill earlier?
It's heavy. This is
Nice,
heavy
asshole.
stuff.
Really nice.
I thought we were just like talking.
I wasn't gonna name you, but it was.
Oh, come on.
I was joking.
This fucking
She was saying,
it's
"I'm
exposing some
pregnant.
marital
I just got a
cracks."
dog." And
I'm in too deep.
I know everyone thinks they're having fun, but me and Jill are actually having a lot of trouble.
Ew.
Well, I was joking, so it seems like.
oh,
Yeah,
No,
we're
me
all
too.
having a good time, but we are trial separated.
We have 2 episodes left to figure it out.
It's the first time I've seen Jill in a month.
why do you have to figure it out before the episodes are over?
Otherwise, he's going to go off and not have a podcast to record every time I have these thoughts.
That's how he deals
Doubts.
with your thoughts. Just the question of considering when you miss someone, if you actually miss the time in your life when you were with them. Do
Like
you
an
miss-
ex.
Do you
So
miss
when you
your time with
romanticize-
Amir, or do you miss being 25 and having your all your options open.
I think of that as sometimes when people who move to LA romanticize New York, where it's like, was New York awesome, or was being 24 in New York awesome?
Right.
New York is awesome.
New York is the best.
Yeah, New York's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm 37.
Amir started
It's
eating
awesome.
his mustache when he said that.
But yeah, like, or, was having a job at College Humor awesome, or was being
Yeah.
in your 20s awesome?
Yeah.
Stuff like when you associate a fun time in your life with something else.
What were the other attachments?
Yeah, it's really easy to conflate
Right.
one thing with another.
Yeah, because you do end up missing something that you like. I guess maybe that's like putting it back in like something that you feel like is attainable. Just like, oh, I missed this person. It's like, well, actually, I could see if they're available.
Right.
I missed this job. Oh, I could maybe try to work there again. I missed this city. Maybe I should move there.
It
But yeah,
becomes
if you
emblematic of-
associate it with, or if you would realize like, I miss this era, or I miss who I
Yeah.
was, then it's like, it lets you move on rather than, I don't know, keep on circling back and trying to chase something.
Can just save you a lot of heartache and time.
Yeah. That said, you're still in love with your ex, and I feel like you guys should give it another shot.
Yeah, I had a dream about Harry Styles last night.
I
He's
forgot
your
you
ex?
totally dated him
I know.
in high school.
But I told Jake, I was like, I woke up and he was friends with us, but I think it was because Jake went to a basketball game, and I was like, I think that makes him, and sat like courtside. I was like, I think that makes Jake very famous.
So you actually had a dream about me.
Jakey.
Yeah.
Well, you were just invited by a famous person. You weren't actually invited to the Knicks game.
Yeah, but I was there and I was courtside. And
could
to
have been
someone who
literally
didn't know who
anybody.
Ben was, they
Yeah.
also don't know who I am.
So you're equally
who is
unfamous.
famous? Yeah, who is
Like he
who
was
is the
invited
famous
and he
one?
brought you as a
Excuse
plus-
me?
You were his plus one. Actually, not even his plus one because he was asking around. I couldn't make it. A few
Right.
other friends
He
were
was supposed to go with
out of
his
town.
dad. Yeah.
His dad got sick or
Right.
something like that. Couldn't make it. So then he invited me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not there. And then he's
But
like,
actually,
literally anybody I can take.
excuse me, actually, the PR woman who was taking photos of Ben at MSG turned to me and said that she was a big fan of our show.
Wow.
Yeah. So I actually am pretty damn famous.
Wow.
I actually am pretty
When
Harry
he came
Styles.
home, he handed me a Tootsie Pop
Yeah.
He said,
and said, I brought this back from the game for you.
would
And
your
I was
fucking
thrilled.
boyfriend Harry Styles do this?
No, that's the thing. That made me think it was pretty cool. He had like a bunch of candy
Access
there.
to free candy.
Yeah.
Jill
you
thinks
guys
I'm
get
pretty
on-
cool because I have lollipops.
Did you guys get on the Jumbotron?
I don't think so. I wasn't paying attention. There were a couple times that I looked up and other famous people were on the Jumbotron. So
Kevin
maybe,
Bacon and stuff like that.
yeah. So maybe they shot Ben at some point, but I wasn't.
No, the
paying
camera
attention.
would have been right in his face.
I have a
Yeah.
counter story that I think balances out yours. So you have this Harry Styles dream, and you're like, Harry Styles symbolizes Jake in the dream. I had a dream where Ethan Hawke was coming on to me, and I was weighed down by this man. And then I told him about it, and I was like, but you'd be fine if I hooked up with Ethan Hawke, right? And he was like, yeah, that'd be fair. So different strokes
Wow,
for
and it
different
opened up
folks.
different types of conversations.
I feel
Well-
like if you're hot and above 60,
You said 50. Also, I don't think he's above 60.
is he not?
Ethan Hawke? No,
Yeah.
he's got to be like
he's
50
young.
something.
If
Maybe
you're
50.
hot and above 50, although 50 is pretty low. 55.
But you can't box out Ethan Hawke. You already gave me permission.
I would.
All right,
Which
let's start with
version of
Ethan
Ethan
Hawke
Hawke
and go
was
up.
it?
Ethan Hawke age.
It was like present day, maybe
Present
a little
day.
younger.
He's 52.
Yes.
If you're hot and 52 and above, you can hook up with him.
That gets extra cool as I approach 50.
Oh, no,
'cause then
it'll always
everyone-
be me plus 12.
No, I don't think so.
You plus 12 is actually not that much.
Anyway, I think that means Amir loves me more than Jake loves you. Because did you give her permission to
I
fuck
would
Harry
I would
Styles?
help her. I would
No,
fucking
I
wingman
literally
her.
was hanging.
Okay,
I
great.
was also
That's
like,
Harry
we were
Styles.
hanging out and it was cool. Like it was so PG that I was like, I can tell Jake about this dream.
Yeah.
Would
Would you
you
not?
ever had a
That's
sex
cool.
dream?
Have I ever?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my god, it's official. She has.
Can I give my unsolicited advice?
Yes.
You're blushing. And you're glowing.
I didn't want this to have to happen, but I'm like also aware of time because I have to pee, but I like didn't think that was actually going to happen.
Yeah, you could pee during the breaks for sure. You can also pee during the show.
Yeah.
Just take the microphone with you.
How much time do we have before break?
I'll vamp. I can talk for another.
No, before a break.
Oh, an actual break? Maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, great.
10 to 15.
You're good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Smoothies.
Smoothies.
Loving them
Okay.
through pregnancy. Put a bunch of stuff in it.
Yeah.
And then it's like you can drink them in like 5 minutes
Yeah.
and forget they ever happened. But you got the stuff in you.
Are they a
now.
meal replacement or are they like a snack?
No,
between
they're
meals?
like pack them up with a bunch of stuff, and then hopefully you still have an appetite after that because you know
Yeah.
you're moving through your day. But
Right,
like
so-
you put enough in it, it can be a meal, but you got to be careful about that. It's
Normally,
not
when I
only
eat
to
it,
replace.
when I make a smoothie, it's pretty bare bones. I've talked about my recipe. Banana, you know it. Banana, blueberry, strawberry, peanut butter, almond milk, and that's really it. Sometimes
and so,
protein.
so then I started
then you're-
building off of
Right.
that.
What's in addition to that?
Oh, now it's like I throw in a bunch of hemp seeds. I
Oh.
throw in a bunch of flaxseed
Whoa.
and
Liver.
dates and
Liver. and-
Sardines.
You could do even like
Sardines.
like superfood powders, right? Like we're talking
Spirulina.
Just, yeah, spirulina. We're talking what's the moringa?
Yeah.
Monk fruit.
No,
I
monk fruit's a
haven't
sweetener.
done
That's
that.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't need,
A nutrition
I don't need
Cardamom,
that.
thyme,
Turmeric.
Cardamom.
Old
okay.
Bay.
Oh, cinnamon. Of course.
Cinnamon.
And then it,
No, okay, you're not listening.
spinach,
Spinches.
frozen spitch, frozen spitch,
Yeah, he's degrading.
and
I'll make it for you.
trace minerals. Okay,
Trace
You can
mineral.
just do loose trace minerals. How do
just
you?
10 droplets of that.
Oh.
I mean, see what we're talking?
didn't know that
Magnesium.
existed.
I'm just.
Are you putting these in the? Tell me if this is too invasive. Are you using the NutriBullet or the Ninja?
No, not a ninja. Never.
Oh wait, which one? Wait, we have the. Which do we have? The
A Vitamix.
Vitamix.
Whoa, fancy.
Okay, so are you
Yes.
using the Vitamix or using the
That's
NutriBullet?
serious. I don't
I'm
know if you know.
using.
Blender,
I'm
yeah.
use. I know where he's leading.
Not
The,
to
li-
stand
he's
alone, but the
leading
best.
the witness.
Excuse me.
The Rolls Royce.
I'm using the Vitamix still.
You're using
I
the
have a
Vitamix.
preference for the Vitamix.
You like the Vitamix more than
personally.
the NutriBullet.
Yes.
It's an investment, and it's paid off.
I think the NutriBullet is
That's when you drink out of the cup.
yeah. And actually, maybe I talked about this on the show already. You're the only one that would know because our significant others don't listen to the show or care about us, frankly. I went from the NutriBullet. I thought I upgraded to the Vitamix, and now I've gone back to the NutriBullet.
Because of convenience or because of what?
Convenience.
It's just easier to drink out of it and wash that versus
It's easier to
this,
load that.
drink,
like
wash.
we keep our blender put away. So whenever I'm using that like big ass Vitamix, I'm like grabbing it at the base out of a
Yeah,
drawer, grabbing
that's
all
hard.
of the pieces, assembling it. There's a lot more to wash. So I really like the NutriBullet.
Mind you, the NutriBullet's not on the counter. It's still in a closet away.
We
but
put
you're saying it's
everything
like
away.
2 objects instead of, or whatever, 3.
It's a lot
instead of
lighter, easier
4.
to
but
clean.
you're making these monster smoothies, so you need a.
Yeah, because I would say every
boys.
time I do that NutriBullet situation, it leaks somehow, or it's
Overflows.
just like I'm picking up the whole thing and flipping it. It's on its head.
Yeah.
It's not as good of a blender. It's more convenient.
I think so,
also
but again,
break
I don't
and
want
die
to. You know, this is
really
not a
fast.
hashtag sponsored. I'm just sort of.
No, that's like the
my
gold
preferences.
standard is the Vitamix. That's the way to
That's
go.
like the
We're
Willet
poor and
blend.
don't have one.
Yeah, we have to mash the smoothies by
The
hand.
trick is your wedding. Your wedding is coming up.
Oh yeah,
Not to mention.
yeah.
Then
yeah.
you get a rebate. I mean, there's
Registry.
no. I'm
okay.
not out here trying to say everyone should go buy something.
Yeah, a $700
Yeah.
blender, but
But
buy trace minerals. You can go buy trace minerals, but not a new blender.
you ever make savory stuff in a smoothie blender?
yes,
Really?
okay.
Hummus?
Yeah, like a tahini or something,
Yeah,
like
or
a salad dressings.
yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah,
do
yeah,
that?
yeah. I'll do that. Green goddess dressings.
You do that in the Vitamix?
Soups. Yeah, you can
No,
take
just
it.
right there in the NutriBullet that you drink out of. Why? I'll put parsley and salt where you drink
Yeah.
the smoothie.
Really hope not. I certainly hope you use the food processor, darling. I really hope you
I
use
take
the
a
food
soup.
processor.
No, I take a soup and I put it in the Vitamix,
in the Vitamix.
and then the soup purees it.
Yeah.
Bing, boom, boom.
It's got that
I
horsepower.
wish we talked about that.
Let's talk immersion blenders.
We love. What's there to talk about?
Well, I'll eat raw veggies in immersion blender my mouth.
Ouch!
That visual is
Ooh.
so painful.
And it purees everything. That's why I got the
Yeah, like it's an
cuts.
Oral B.
Yeah, a
did
Sonicare of sorts.
Immersion blender a finger and had to go by
did?
accident. Yeah.
Jesus,
So that really struck a chord. I'm triggered now and I have to go.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I should have done at least a trigger warning for you.
Thank
but we
you.
didn't know each other then, right? You sliced your finger
Yeah.
before. Okay.
Yeah.
Or because of.
Yeah. I knew I was going to meet him
Yeah.
in a
I
preparation.
did. Oh wait, and I was just asking Jake last night. I didn't meet Jake until before you started this podcast.
Until after we started the podcast.
Oh, wow.
Right,
Yeah.
so the podcast is technically the oldest
Oldest.
relationship in this room.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, Jill and I go back about 40 years.
Really?
but-
40. Incredible.
Back when Ethan Hawke was 12.
Yeah, wait, because when did we start the podcast?
That's actually none of your business.
Wow.
It actually literally is my
That's
business.
the aggressive Amir that we learned
2013.
about.
I don't know why I said that.
May of 2013?
Yeah,
Wow.
10 years ago.
Yeah, and I think we started dating, I
Like
guess,
September, October, November, December
yeah, of that year.
2013.
Yeah.
So just barely. You guys are in the lead
Yeah.
versus you guys.
Cool.
We can chart our entire fucking lives through this pod. I wonder if our voices sound different, just because when I was a
Yeah.
29-year-old, if I sounded like a
I do wonder.
nasally tween.
Hey guys, welcome to Banter You.
That's what you sound like now.
What's that?
That's how you sound now.
Not really.
I couldn't
What
really hear a
changed?
difference.
Yeah, I was going like, this is my normal voice. And I was,
What?
Wait, are you going to do a different voice?
yeah, this is the different voice. Can you
When?
not hear the difference?
Go ahead.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, show us.
Talk like how you used
But
to talk to
we're
yourself.
asking you
Yeah.
to start now. Start
Go.
now.
And
Yes. And then this is my normal voice.
Right.
Do you not hear
Start. So
anything?
right, no, your normal voice we hear.
So
Normal voice we hear.
Right.
And this is the high pitched crazy 29-year-old.
Right now or
Anything.
when?
it's confounding.
And I said that. As I talk right now, I'm using a high pitched fucking voice.
Sorry.
Ah,
This shouldn't
why is that
bubble like
foamy?
that. Oh, tell them about the 2 pumps of hand soap. you
That's
put in there.
water. Oh no.
That was the other unsolicited advice that I didn't want to give because it would be sponsored, but I'm really liking, oh, it went back down. Element salts in water.
It's like electrolytes that
Yeah.
you can add to water.
Oh,
Okay,
my
this
brother
is
was talking
on
to me
brand.
about
I really love
I'll
it.
sidebar with you.
It's really, first of all, helps me stay hydrated because I'm drinking more water because it tastes better. And then also, yeah, you don't have to do like Gatorade with all the added stuff. Love Gatorade too, but this is supposed to be a cleaner electrolyte and it tastes really good.
Very nice.
I'm making my own Gatorade these days.
Whoa. Drop the recipe.
I am. I got coconut water. I got lemon. I got those trace minerals, and I got some remedy, and I got
And you use the Vitamix or
salt,
the
and I got some raw honey.
Don't worry about the blender, by the
I'm
way.
curious what blender she's using.
It doesn't fucking matter.
It matters to me.
It really doesn't matter.
It matters to me. You
It
mix them
seems
up-
like she's often using the Vitamix. She's never
you
using
mix
the
those ones up
Nutribullet.
how?
That I
Yeah.
don't. It's in a cup.
Just in a cup?
Yeah, I don't need
Vitamix
a
is
blender
basically
for
a
a
cup.
drink.
I want to try your homemade
Thank you.
Gatorade.
Thank you.
It's called haterade. Thank you.
No.
And you've actually been drinking it for years.
Nice.
You should splice in some from the first episode and the last episode. It'd be so sweet.
It'd be fun to just like react to the first 5 minutes of. I've never listened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to it like the week that it came out, and I've never
Wow.
listened to it
Yeah,
again.
yeah. A retrospect.
I listen
right.
to them all every night before I go to bed.
All 587. This is so funny. This is amazing. That happened on our last episode too.
No one looks
Amir
at my
reached
face.
out for a pound, and Allison never noticed it. He sat there for 30 seconds.
Longer. It felt like forever. Do you have a dude's name for this question?
Bingo.
Nice.
Nice. What's
Dingo's
his name?
brother. Yeah.
Dingo was his name. Let me start off by saying I love you dudes, and it's been fun growing up with you for the past 15 years.
Thanks.
Started watching
They're
your
not
videos in middle
dying.
school, and now I'm 30.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Oh God.
I started watching your college humor videos in middle school, but now I'm a 30-year-old fighter pilot for the U.S. Marine Corps.
Whoa.
Shit.
There's an officer on deck.
Can I
the
get
fuck
his
have we done?
info?
He's been waiting
Can
for
you
that
what?
moment
I
his
need
whole
his
life.
info
Why?
for a project.
Holy shit.
I know.
Wow.
I've been in the
Okay.
Marines for over 8 years now, and to be honest, I love it. I'm doing the job I dreamed of since I was a kid. Flying a fighter jet is intense.
Let's hear the whole question before you get his fucking info. He's gonna be like, my dick's
Yeah,
so
he's a
tiny.
creep.
No, that's
okay.
the thing. His cock is so big it doesn't fit in the pit.
I
Is
don't.
that the only
want-
problem?
It's not social. It's work.
Fighting a fighter plane is intense, challenging, and awesome as you can imagine. I'm so caught up in this career. I truly can't imagine what I do outside the Marine Corps that could ever compare. As much as I love my career, it's equally tough on my wife.
Sorry.
Guess you're stuck with a podcaster, fucker.
Did that sound different?
We're all three trying for it to not.
Yeah, that one sounded exactly like me, unfortunately.
We've been together for 10 years now, 5 married, and we have 2 kids and a 3-year-old and a newborn. Those are the 2 kids.
Great.
My wife and I have moved 4 times in just the last 5 years since we got married, and it's really hard on her to get a career started. Additionally, she's always dreamed of raising her kids back home with our families, but as long as I'm on active duty, it can't happen because there aren't any bases nearby. She's told me that she's willing to stick it out in the Marine Corps with me for a full career, which is 20 years, because she knows how passionate I am. But my question is, am I the asshole to put my wife through all this? The moves, starting over, a new place, career setbacks, challenges, deployments, being gone for stretches, while she shoulders the burden of raising kids. The list goes on, just in pursuit of living out my boyhood dream. Is it really worth it? This guy sounds like the best person who's ever emailed us. I will love my country and my wife, but I'd hate to be unfair to either. Is it really worth it for me to put the partner I love through that much turmoil? Not to mention, I live out my dream while she's denied her own. God, this guy sounds awesome. So sensitive, too. And he thinks about you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
When you're home, what are you doing? Are you doing the laundry? Are you lifting your weight when you're home?
What would you do if
my
you were
question.
me? That's his question. What would you do if you were me?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And
Jillian nailed
but I agree with Jillian.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I don't think that it's like a zero-sum game where you're going to be happy and she's going to be miserable.
Yeah.
I think there are things you can do when you're home to make her happy and have it feel like her dream is coming true also.
Yeah. But he does feel like it's unfair. He gets to live out his childhood fantasy.
Well, I mean, also look at the positive. I don't know like the details of it, but I do believe that like military families are really supportive. Like they have like good healthcare. They have really good benefits.
Yeah.
So you are like, you know, while you're having fun and living your dream, you're doing a lot of really good
Like
work and providing
practically
for your
providing.
family.
Yeah.
Right.
And if she's said it's okay, I feel like you got to trust her. I mean, you know, sometimes we just say things, but if she's insisting that this is fine, we also don't know what her dream is. Like, he might be her dream.
Whoa. Wow. That's really nice to say. He might be her dream.
Can you turn that into a song?
To really love a woman. Now, does it sound familiar? Would you be down to be married to a military man?
I mean, that's not. I don't want to be the person to say no, but probably no.
You don't support our troops, Avital.
I know.
I would do it
Guys,
for God
it's
and
just,
country.
it's like, okay, wait. It's as if you were just asking me, would you
God
want to
and
marry an NFL player? Honestly, maybe not. Like,
Interesting. What about a cornerback?
you
So
have
just
to
play sort of
live
free
with the
safety.
team. You know what I mean? Like, you have to like be the support. The like
Yeah.
your house is where the athlete needs to live, right?
Yeah.
And like, I just think
You'd be
that is kind
secondary
of
to the career.
yeah.
you
Like,
feel
there is also even a point where it's like, well, you have to just make a decision of where you want to be in your life. Like, if we thought we were going to live in LA our whole lives, it's
But
like
he was
that's
traded
a
to
huge...
Cleveland, and now you have to live in Cleveland or some
Right,
shit.
right.
But at the same time, he's in the NFL.
It wouldn't
fucking
matter if
awesome.
it'd still have its golden handcuffs.
Yeah.
And so anything that is like a relationship has golden handcuffs, I feel like you're picking your choice. That's your choice right there. But
Well, trust me,
There's four of us here.
You don't have to worry about that.
Five,
Jake's never
when you
making
think
it to a professional athletic field. Have you ever seen this guy throw a football?
Oh,
he can't even.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, he's coming towards me. He has very bony fingers.
What happened to his hand? Oh no!
He broke his
broke him.
fingers.
Shit.
He T-Rexed over here.
Make fun of me again. You're screwed.
What about you? Do you wish I was a professional athlete?
No,
That's awesome.
I don't really care about sports, but you wish you were a professional athlete.
Or at least
So I
married
guess
to a
I do
WNBA star.
wish it for you.
Thank you.
You want to be married to a WNBA star?
Yeah, imagine so it's me and Sue Bird, and she has
Right.
2 MVPs.
is
and
she
a
over
gold medal.
52 now?
That's a great question.
Does that work? Go both ways? Do I
Sure.
get your age plus 12 or my age plus 12?
Your age plus 12.
Shit, Sue Bird is probably roughly like 41, 42.
Well, maybe we can make exceptions for if she's your
Yeah.
dream. I don't want to deny you.
You do
your
get a
dream.
hall pass.
Rebecca
Yeah.
Lobo,
Yeah.
Who is that?
an even older WNBA star, but I don't even think she's 52.
Yeah, I'll break up his marriage and try to make it work if that's what you want. That's obviously what you're angling for.
I just want someone to make this guy happy.
It sounds like she's making him happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I think you need to stop blaming yourself for thinking you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Just think of the positive things and have a conversation with your wife
Yeah.
about these feelings. But I feel like you're doing, arguably better than us. So
Yeah. The email
Maybe not
paints him as a
Jillian.
very likable, considerate man.
Yeah, just the fact that he's thinking about this stuff.
Yeah.
He's also 8 years in, so he says it's roughly 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So she has another 12. I mean, if she's ever like, hey, I want to pursue this thing and it's in conflict with what his trajectory has been,
Yeah.
then have the conversation. But if right now she's like, we
Right.
have a newborn, and you're like, my leave or whatever is great to take care of this baby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what she wants.
Yeah. What's if it's Army is like land and Navy is ocean? What's Marine?
Well, you know, he says he's a naval pilot.
No, that's Top Gun.
Wait, isn't that what he said he is?
What did he say it
I
was?
thought he said he's in the Marine Corps.
Check. He's right in front of you.
No, I can't read. I memorized
So I
that
thought that
question.
he's. So here's my vision of this superstar we're talking about.
Yeah, he said it's
He's
in the U.S.
on a
Marine
plane
Corps.
sometimes when he's deployed,
Yeah.
and that plane is like also has little planes inside of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then those little planes
Each
get
have little
shoot
pilots.
out when
Yeah.
the time comes.
Is that what you call a bullet? A little plane?
Right.
Yeah.
And
Sort of a
neutral
Russian
bullet.
doll of planes.
And so those come out of the plane,
That's cute.
out of like the butt of the plane,
Yeah.
and then they all like go overseas. So, like,
You should be a general. You should be a general.
Is that why you wanted
anyway,
to talk to
I
this
wanted
guy?
to talk to him for some research to
Right.
just.
It's a project. So I know you have one big plane and lots of little planes, and the little planes come out the ass of the big plane.
Can we invade Kuwait
Her
yet?
sound effect was much better than yours. That was not as good of a
I have a lot of
sound.
questions about Guam.
Like, where did we land there? And can we land
And
on
where do
there?
we land there?
Yeah, you're thoughtful for asking, but ultimately it's maybe fine. And talk
Yeah,
to your
ask.
lady.
Don't
Well,
ask
that's so
us.
sexist
Ask
of
your
you.
wife.
Ask your wife.
Ask your wife. Tell her about it, Billy Joel style.
Call your wife now.
Kill your girlfriend. Say you've had the talk with a podcast.
I don't know this song.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, let's
no
take
way.
another break. People can use the restroom if they want.
Okay.
And then we'll come back with one last act. And we're back. If you're watching on YouTube, you see the dingo in the studio.
The ding ding.
He's a carpet on a couch.
He's
a
in
rug-
heaven.
Dingy dingy.
A rug boy. What do you guys think of Dingo so far?
Love him.
Yeah?
He's my best friend.
Yeah.
I
How
would-
long have you
I'd
had
throw
him?
myself in front of a bus for him. I would throw myself in a bus for him too.
I would ride the
I
bus
would
for
ride a
him.
bu- I would ride
He's
a
a
bus
really
for him.
good boy.
How long have you had him?
Since August.
Yeah.
So like
end of August.
So not even a year.
Not
No.
even a year.
Do you feel like you have maximum love for the Dingo boy?
Oh, I think it's just going to keep increasing. Like it increased even just like in the last 2 weeks.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Was there a thing that happened or just?
We like were away for a little while, and then when he came back, he was just so damn sweet. I was like, and he like remembers me. I'm like, I was never a dog person, so now I'm
Is this
learning.
the first dog that you love?
Yeah, of course.
You don't love my parents' dog Charlie?
But this is the first dog I've ever owned that I've loved.
That's good. Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah. Actually, let's take that again.
We all love Charlie.
I'm not a dog person. I say I'm a dingo person.
Oh yes, he's a good boy.
Sort of like me with Luke a little bit.
Yeah. Although you've warmed up to other dogs now.
Yeah.
Luke has opened Amir's capacity to love.
Yeah.
Period. Mostly, other animals. Yeah. He's made you love more deeply and wholly.
And soon Dingo will be my dog. I wonder if your child will make you change your relationship with Dingo.
Possibly because I just will have like divided attention, and now he gets all my attention when I first come home.
Yeah.
That said, the child love will be different than the dog love.
Yeah.
Okay. So like,
And he's also I think the only thing that could make me I love him the max right now, and I think it'll just keep on going. But like the only thing that would make me like frustrated with him is if he was bad with the baby.
He won't be. You can tell already.
Yeah, we've been hanging out with
just tell.
my nephew is like 1, and he's so gentle and good with him. And we've also been like walking around the house like playing babies crying on Spotify, and like every time he hears the baby cry, we give him a treat. So he's like getting used
That's
to
so
it.
smart.
Yeah, I read to do it online.
That's a genius.
Also bring the baby blanket back to him before you're home and put it around his neck, and he'll get used to the baby
Baby smell.
We need these tips because
These are great.
I have heard like we should come into the house after we're gone, right? First, don't come in with baby.
Well, what do you do? Leave the baby outside?
Just
One
for
of
a
us
night.
goes in.
Just
One
for
of us
one
waits
night.
outside. Go in. I don't know. I honestly don't know how. I didn't think that far.
Yeah, actually, Dingo's getting mad that we're talking about the baby.
Right. He's storming out of the studio.
I've never seen him like this. He just put on a hat and is giving a huff. He says he's too old for this shit, but he's only 9 months.
I can't believe you guys that it's been since August. In my mind, it's been like 3 months.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
He's grown.
he's a giant.
He's a giant.
Okay, one last question to rule them all.
Yeah.
This is from a lady, so maybe Jillian has her first name, and Avital, you can do her last name.
Okay.
Oh, Julian.
More. Teamwork.
Don't knock the camera, Dingo.
Julianne Moore writes, I hope this email finds you well. I have a history of trauma and I have a lot of anxiety and insecurities that I feel like that's led me to sabotage relationships. I feel like I've gotten used to people not accepting and loving the way I am, so I expect them to leave and then they do, and I don't want that. Do you have any thoughts on how I can stop sabotaging my own relationships and or how I can become more secure, peaceful, light, and free? I wish I could just wake up and not have any neuroses. Will anyone ever want to be in a romantic relationship with me when I'm like this? History says no.
Oh.
P.S. I've been in and out of therapy for 10 years trying to work on this. I definitely believe that it has improved, but I'm still not where I want to be. I'm almost 30 and I feel like I'll never have a sustaining, happy relationship at this rate.
Yeah, I would say give up.
Give up?
Try
Really?
EMDR. I'm kidding, but I know she's done therapy, but EMDR is like a, condensed.
What's it stand for?
Or
Or what? It's like a known thing. It's like
Yeah.
an est or something.
It's
Eye movement desensitization.
Oh,
and
therapy.
reprocessing.
Okay, yes.
it's like it's supposed to where therapy is kind of indefinite and you come back every week and I personally was like every week is not going to do it. Like I have a lot of issues, an hour a week is tough and sometimes it's less, but EMDR is meant to be like a contained period where you work through like a specific trauma and reprocess it, and it just is a speedier thing.
Chuck Rhodes does it on Billions.
Oh.
Really? Chuck Rhodes does
That's my
EMDR?
only. Yeah, that's my
I've
only
never seen
reference
Billions,
point.
but there we go.
But now that I
Not
know
an ad
this,
for that.
There's a lot of science behind it. It seems so bizarre because it's really about like bilateral stimulation while you're processing, which can be, that's why the eye movement, whatever, like some people it's moving sideways. I did it with like buzzers and they go off in each hand. Some people have done it over Zoom and there's like a thing that moves back and forth. Even like Beat Saber is a little bilateral stimulation. So
VR game?
Practical.
yeah.
Seems like very self-aware. The only flag I had here is like you're 30. Like give it time. 30 is super young, or almost 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost
so
30,
young.
not even
like
30
it's
yet.
still. This is a long journey for sure, but 30 feels like it doesn't have. It's arbitrary. It doesn't have to be some kind of milestone age where everything has to be in place in order for life to happen.
I think I was feeling like this person to an extent, and I met Jill when I was 28.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy
So-
smokes. You had self-sabotaging relationships?
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't have as much trauma as this person, but I was sabotaging relationships and also just like thinking that I was a bad guy, so I shouldn't be in a relationship, and I needed to like reframe that,
Interesting.
like thinking that I was a good guy, so I deserved a good relationship, but
That's great advice, reframing.
yeah. But I mean, it sounds like doing therapy to help you do it seems pretty good. I just got lucky.
Also,
I've been his EMDR.
you
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
His JILL.
I want to
What
share.
does that one stand for?
Jillian
Oh,
Beat Saber Lover Lab.
J.I. is Beat
Oh,
Saber?
sorry. I thought you said I Beat Saber. I Beat Saber.
So the most like insightful moment I've ever witnessed Amir to have ties into this. I think about this all the time because I'd say like your EQ, is that what it's called? The emotional IQ? It's not like crazy high.
Oh, emotional intelligence? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're very good at math.
That's true.
So, you have to
It
pick and
balances
choose.
out.
Like, you can't have it all, ladies. Choose what's most important to you.
Choose what's hottest. Being emotionally intelligent or being good at
Or
fucking
how about
splitting the bill really
77
nice.
times 3? How about 20% of 800? I literally know it's 160. That fast. Would you rather have
What's the
that or
most
someone who
insightful?
knows?
What's the most...
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to distract from Avital telling us about a time that you were in.
Well, I'm
nice.
worried it'll be about something about my small dick or something.
why would that be anything?
So it is small.
He admitted it.
I haven't seen it. We're waiting until we get married.
That's the right answer.
Okay, so the saying that everybody that you hear all the time is like, you can't really be loved by another person until you love yourself, blah blah blah. And so I also was like, I'm too fucked up. I'll never be in anything healthy. And I don't think that's true because I think you like accepted me anyway before that. But I would sabotage everything and would always find ways to ruin things. And at one point we were having some kind of fight, and it was like I was just looking for some way to blow it up. And I'm going to tell you what Amir said, but I feel like it's all in the delivery, and mine is probably not as good. Mine might sound condescending, but it was so genuine and sweet in the moment. Amir just went, I don't like it when you try to make yourself sad.
Ooh,
And it like cut to the quick of what was happening.
that's nice.
I don't
Wow.
remember saying that, but that's
Nope.
a really cool line.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did say that.
Yeah, it meant nothing to him, and it's like the moment that crystallized any sort of emotional intelligence.
Wow.
I was eating a
Love a
hogie while I said it.
woman.
Oh, sorry, I'm on a Bluetooth. What did you say?
Yeah. I was talking to the TV babe.
Just answer the first question with that advice.
I remember you bringing that up earlier
Right.
on, but I don't remember specifically what the fight was or anything like that.
I don't either because it didn't matter. It was just sabotage. It was just a way. So I do think like what you
Yeah.
were saying, like Jillian sort of diffused that in you and Amir sort of diffused that in me. And I don't want to give the advice of like the right person will like you. I mean, definitely try to
Right.
work on it, but
But yeah, I mean, that's why I think it was like in tandem. Like I was kind of like giving myself, I was doing like daily affirmations and like still like failing and I would do them sometimes and be like, "You're such a piece of shit," and like say it, do my whatever.
I don't
and
think that's
and
what an affirmation is.
Well,
Well, it is,
but I
but
mean,
not a good-
I would do an affirmation in the morning, be a shithead, and then like do it again in the next day, but like with feeling like I just keep on letting myself down. But I think working on yourself in tandem with looking for something,
Yeah.
and then like maybe the two things can coincide, and it's the
Yeah.
right time, and maybe you're not perfect, but you've done enough work. Just to be like ready for the relationship that helps you work through the rest of the stuff, or
Yeah.
meet somebody who doesn't mind if you're a continual work in progress.
and we all are. There's no like the finish line is death. That's it. You
Yeah.
never get to a point where you're like, I'm healed now.
Yeah, but death is perfect because it's so final.
Yeah, then you're done.
Yeah.
Well, it's also where you were. My dad, I think it comes from some Jewish proverb, but like the real question isn't like which rung of the ladder you're on. It's the where you were the day before. So it's not like about how high, it's the direction.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's good too.
Thank you, Howard Ash.
Shout out.
All the men in your life saying really wise shit.
Every once in a while, with the rest of the time, like nothing at all.
Yeah. Rest of the time,
We
Amir
like to
just
starve you so that when we
echoey
give you a
farts in the
morsel-
toilet from the
Crumbs.
bathroom.
Will you quit it with the echoey farts? That was 1 year.
I lived with you.
They were
Echoey,
like-
echoey farts. Jill
I
remembers.
know, I remember them. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a sound effect. It's not going to do it justice.
You're 100% for sound effects now. You don't know if you want to drop the
Yeah.
I really shouldn't.
'Cause
That's
you
my
nailed the other one.
business. You can pay me for that.
All right, good advice.
What
everybody.
affirmations were you using?
I remember talking about love being like a tree that had like deep roots and also like reached for the light and expanded.
Wow.
So like I was basically trying to ground myself and give myself some kind of foundation.
Which Jill has a very grounding energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to become a tree, and I feel like Jill's helped me become a tree.
I love that. It's so poetic.
Thank you.
Actually, Amir means top of tree.
It's true.
Wow.
And,
And he's
I
grounding for
technically
me.
am the tree of life right now.
Whoa. And Jillian means
growing.
trunk of tree.
Oh, I should have said
And
that.
Jake means
Wood,
roots.
where a squirrel lives.
You.
I know, I'm a
Chipmunk.
chipmunk.
Right.
Well, it's close.
What does Avital mean?
Morning dew.
Awesome. And what does Jillian actually mean?
I don't know, like maybe baby lamb or something.
Oh, it does mean baby
Does
lamb.
it?
I'm
And
pretty
you have
sure.
a
it
baby
means
I
lamb
think
vibe
I
lamb.
took
today.
someone else's from Hebrew school and started using it as mine. Because I said this fact to Jake recently, and then I was like, "Is it?" And it was like, "That's what Talia means." And I'm like, "Oh, I definitely just took Talia's Jewish name."
Talia is dew of God because the Tal is in my name also.
What? This is
Amir's
so
gonna look it up.
confusing.
Look
And
up.
also, it's not Jillian. It'd be like my Hebrew name, no?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you-
the name lamb means lamb, actually.
But what about like?
15 lovely
I think
names
it was
that
Hannah.
mean lamb.
It was Hannah's because it's like that's the Jewish name.
Oh, yeah, Gil means lamb. So maybe Jill.
Hannah then for
Okay.
Hannah, right?
Right.
Rachel.
Hannah means what?
What is Jacob?
Oh, yeah, Talia also is lamb.
What is
See?
Jacob?
Oh, okay, I was wrong.
This is weird.
Wait, but Talia, maybe it's like
And so then a coincidence that,
That it would
she and I
also
were
mean-
both lambs in our Hebrew school.
Yeah, because we got lambs, we got sheep, we got goats.
But you know, because you speak enough Hebrew that Talia would mean dew of God. Unless
oh, yeah.
it's maybe one of those where combined.
Put
The
'em
words mean
together.
something, but as one word is something else.
Right.
This one means to follow, be behind, but it can also mean to supplant or overreach.
That,
Sounds
that's
awful.
Dingo. That's what Dingo
That's
means.
what Jacob means.
Jacob.
Oh, right, because
Yaakov.
he grabbed the ankle.
Oh,
the,
yes.
Esau.
Yeah.
You should change your name to Esau.
Yeah, Esau's the big, strong, cool brother, and Jacob grabbed him by the heel and tried to get out
to
first.
supplant him.
Yeah, to supplant. That's right.
Wow.
Wow, good for
Well,
him.
you
What
did
about-
want to be a plant.
Yes,
What about the name
that's true.
Juno
And
for
I
your
wanted to reach
child?
like a tree.
What about it?
You
It's
can get
beautiful.
Other
It all comes together.
other things that mean lamb.
You're just
Juno
looking
is
up
one
names
of them. Yeah, or Carolyn or something. Last minute audible. If you want to go.
Carolyn.
Carolyn, how do you guess the baby's name?
We did
Amazing
it.
work.
We, I mean you.
Rachel also.
Where did the
in German.
abortia thing come from? You should tell them about that.
Oh yeah, terrible names for babies. I saw like some lists on a meme, and one of them was abortia.
Oh my God.
As a bad name. As a bad name.
It's so funny.
Really bad. Really bad.
Abortia.
Shockingly bad.
But also kind of beautiful.
Not really.
Not the meaning.
Just the
Just
sound.
the sound of it.
I don't even know about
It's like Portia, but prettier.
Yeah,
Right.
Porsche.
Portia's a
Abortia
great
de
name.
Rossi.
Portia's great.
Yeah. All right, Jill, Avital. I'm glad we snuck it in.
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready to
thanks
say
so
goodbye.
much.
I've listened to every single episode, and I'm not ready for them to end.
Well, you haven't listened to any of them yet.
You
I've
guys have
listened
done
to
such good
one.
work.
Yeah, what is
So
this
proud of
podcast? What is
you.
this podcast meant to you two?
You know, the big thing for me, so big congratulations to you. I don't know if I've gotten to say it to you in person, is that you had a cast member of the White Lotus on the podcast. So I
was
did
big.
listen to that
Shout out
episode.
to Adam DeMarco, yeah.
Love the White Lotus a lot.
Yeah. So that
And
was,
you had the gall to have him on not having finished the show.
Unbelievable.
I've tried so
Unbelievable.
hard.
Did you?
He
I-
did. He
yeah,
did. He
I was-
downloaded all the episodes.
I think
It
I was
a
like-
plane ride.
I was like
It
half an
okay.
episode behind when we had him on.
He was maybe sick the week before. I
Okay,
remember.
fine.
Yeah.
I'll let it slide.
And I was
I
gonna
mean, Adam
just
did.
say for me,
I'm more
it's
mad than him, for
been
sure.
lovely watching your friendship these last few years.
Oh, that one was good
through
too.
If I
Yeah.
Were You.
So the White Lotus. Watching your friendship
Way to make me
evolve.
look bad.
Or the big two, I think.
I should say Adam DeMarco. I just said White Lotus. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anybody from that show, I would be thrilled
Right.
for you guys.
And you don't care if we're friends or not.
no. I mean, this ends as soon as the podcast ends,
Oh yeah,
right?
totally. I'll never
Yeah.
speak to Jacob ever again.
Oh,
I mean, you saw what his name meant. Overreach.
Overreach.
he's trying to pull you by your heel.
Exactly. I'm an Esau to him.
The last 10 years, it felt like at least.
Exactly. Not. It should be a seesaw instead.
I was
It's an
gonna say
Esau. A seesaw.
Yeah, I was going to say you guys are more like a seesaw than an Esau.
That's pretty good.
He
Okay.
said that's pretty good because he said it.
Yeah, it's so good. I almost said it. In
You
fact,
did
I
say it, yeah.
Anything to promote? What about your child, your upcoming child? Hey, coming soon.
Coming May 12th.
Boom, 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 boom.
The 12th-ish.
Ish.
Plus or minus.
Yeah.
4 weeks. You want to drop the name real quick? Just the name? We can bleep it out.
No.
Just 'cause
Nope.
it's,
You have it already?
Yep.
All right.
Middle name too?
What if you meet her and she
Maybe.
upsets your expectation?
Oh, that's interesting. You can't fully name a
Your
child.
face was really good.
I'm a parent. I made the decision.
Okay, great. No, I like that. Let her know real quick she's under your thumb.
It is what it is.
Whatever burgeoning personality she has does not matter.
I think it'd be
We'll give her a
more
nickname.
unfair if
Yeah.
I waited.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to promote? Anything to
No.
reference? Check out?
No.
So, Avital, you get 2.
Wow. I'll be at Edinburgh Fringe in August, for all of August, if you're in the UK or if you're nearby or if you're
got some
not
Scottish fans.
and want to come. Yeah,
Are you gonna
please.
go, Amir?
I might go at the end of it.
Nice.
TBD.
Oh my god.
I'll be at Monkey Barrel, which is a really cool venue. Well, they have all these pop-up venues, so I won't be at Monkey Barrel, but I'll be with Monkey Barrel, one of their venues. And then, depending on when it comes out, I'm going to do my hour online as well via Nowhere Comedy. So that'll be in May. I'm figuring out the date, but I'll do an hour and you can watch from anywhere in the world because it'll be over Zoom. And it's the first time I'm going to be like trying to sell tickets to something, so that's nerve-wracking.
Will it be on avitalash.com?
You know, it should be. I don't know if I trust myself to update it, but well, I'll say yes. But maybe you'll want
way
to check.
people will
Say
know where
yes
to
now,
go.
it'll hold you to it.
Okay, yes. Also, I'll put like a link tree on my Instagram, and you can find that stuff
Yeah.
there at Avital Ash.
All right, two plugs, Instagram and then avitalash.com.
And I'll also
hopefully.
plug Natalie Porcupine, whose upcoming birth I'm very excited for.
I'm going to be an aunt.
Yeah.
Finally.
All right, sweet. Thanks to you
for-
guys for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for submitting theme songs, questions. It's all at ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com. We're still making videos on our Patreon, patreon.com/JA.
Ja.
And that will continue to carry on. So if you miss us already, check us out there. Let's hear that theme song again. It was written by a robot, but it was conceived of by, did I ever say his name?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we
did.
talked about his website.
Yeah. Jake Berg. It's Jake Berg.
on Instagram.
So thank you, Jake. Thank you, AI, ChatGPT. Let's hear it one more time, and we'll be back next week for maybe the last time ever.
Jake and Amir, two Jewish guys with a podcast that's known to make you smile. They answer questions from the listeners so true in a comedic style that's fresh and brand new.
If I were you, what would I do? Ask Jake and Amir. They'll give you a clue. Gold mic for Jake, turdy for Amir. Two comedians bringing laughter. Don't you fear.
Jake with his wit and Amir with his frown, asking questions and putting them to the test. Sometimes Jake becomes the Game Boy and Amir the chipmunk that's always a mess.
If I were you, what would I do? Ask Jake and Amir. They'll give you a clue. Gold mic for Jake, turdy for Amir. Two comedians bringing laughter. Don't you fear.
So tune in every week to If I Were You, where Jake and Amir will answer your questions too. They'll bring the laughs and the giggles galore with a comedic theme that'll have you wanting more.
That was a Headgum original.